My original plan for today was to test a lot of decks focused on new cards from Darkness Ablaze, but then a couple of things happened. First, the servers went down. That sucked. Second, I saw the results of the PokéX Tag Bolt 6 tournament, which I believe is the first tournament featuring Darkness Ablaze cards. Well, as you can see, the winning deck was Baby Blacephalon, and it didn't play a single card from Darkness Ablaze. So yeah, that happened. I'll be taking Lee's list online against all of these top decks and giving them what for. And one of the coolest things about Baby Blacephalon is that rotation doesn't completely destroy it. You know, the deck only loses Blacephalon-GX, Fiery Flint, Heat Factory, Ultra Space, and Escape Board. I know it seems like a lot listing it off like that, but it can definitely recover from losing all those cards. But that's a problem for another day. Let's play the best deck of the Ultra Prism to Darkness Ablaze format, at least for now. Alright, so if that is actually, what is that, a Zacian or a Zamazenta? That's a Zamazenta, I think? I do not want to go first. I'm playing a Welder deck. Never want to go first with Welder. This is potentially a good start. Just depends what I Jirachi into, I guess. And you never want to show them that you're playing Baby Blacephalon. You know, the Jirachi could be anything. There's Mawile. So it is a Zacian deck. Hopefully it's not the Zacian. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so what are they ditching? They... 2 Metal Saucers. That's really good because it hurts their comeback potential. Okay, so they are Intrepid Sorting. That is totally fine. This is a great matchup. So I think... let's just Jirachi first and see what happens. I would very much like to get a Fiery Flint. Now this is the tough part. What do I get rid of? So I can knock out the Mawile. That might just be... They might just concede at that point. The problem here is what do I get rid of? If I get rid of the Ordinary Rod, I can't bring my Blacephalons back. If I get rid of the Fire... Actually, I think I just ditch the Energy and Crystal, I think, is the safe bet. Because I'm going to Welder into exactly what I need. So I will need to Welder into an Energy. This is the only downside to this strategy, is that I need an Energy. Good. Okay. If I didn't get an Energy, that would be just the worst. Okay, so I'll scoop up the Jirachi, put Blacephalon in the active, and then I think I just go for the knockout, you know, don't do anything else. They had to ditch 2 Saucers, they didn't Intrepid Sword into any Energy. I don't think I need to be aggressive. I think I can just hang back, see what happens. So this is just a great matchup. Unless they play Turbo Patch, they're playing ADP Zacian. Okay. And they have the Giant Bomb. Is Giant Bomb a good inclusion nowadays? Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so the Dedenne definitely might come in handy here. There's an Energy Retrieval, so I have the knockout on that as well. Well, I think it's time to ditch the Ordinary Rod. Actually, no, let's see what I Jirachi into first. Great Catcher and Scoop Up Net. Well, I think I'll get the Great Catcher, because that'll let me knock out the Dedenne for game. And... okay, so Energy Retrieval. You know, I've barely used any resources, and I am just mowing through this deck. Okay, so I just need to get rid of 3 Energy. I am taking 100 damage back, but that's totally fine. And yeah, I was just going to debate, should I put another Baby Blacephalon down? I probably should have. And they're just playing the usual ADP Zacian, but they have Mawile GX instead of, you know, something. They have Bird Keeper, they have Giant Bomb, so it's a couple extra attacks. And yeah, that was a quick win. Let's go to game 2. Alright, I'm facing off against Awesomeness. And if you're noticing the Eternatus deck box and sleeves, it cost me a Darkness Ablaze pack to get those. It's just the new Elite Trainer box stuff. So if you redeem that code inside the Elite Trainer box, this is what it gets you. It gets you the deck box. I don't know if it gets you a coin or not. I think it's just the deck box and the sleeves. And this is an interesting hand. So they don't know what I'm playing. And this deck actually didn't face any Pikarom in the tournament. It was just, oh, hang on, I'll mention that in a little bit. So I think I Flint away 2 to get 4. Or do I Dedenne? This is tough. So there's a Welder. I mean, I can Welder to the Cramorant and do 160 to the Pikarom, but that doesn't seem good. You know what? Let's see. This is a Baby Blacephalon deck. Let's attack with Cramorant. Why not, right? So I think I just want to... Yeah, sure. Let's just go crazy. Who cares? This is the hand I was dealt. Let's play it. Okay, so I'll put the Oricorio down. I know that's not a good idea, but I'm going to put it down. You know, I don't think they're going to get it next turn. Maybe do I hold off on Spit Shot? And, you know, I think I am going to hold off. I'll just go get a Baby Blacephalon. Put it down. Attach to it. Keep the Jirachi in the active. Put the Dedenne down. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play it safe now. You know, things really worked out in my favor. So I'll just go grab another Baby Blacephalon. And now I just have options. Not great options because that Dedenne was horrible. But yeah, don't be like me. Don't go all in on Cramorant and then back out at the last second. You go with Cramorant. But yeah, the Pikarom was not faced at all by this deck. It was first round, they beat Baby Blounds, then Lucario Zacian, then 3 Centistorch VMAX decks, and finally 2 ADP Zacian decks. So Centistorch VMAX was more represented in the 66 player tournament. So they're going to go get Thunder Mountain. That's not great. But I will be able to Oricorio. And I think I will... Hang on, how much energy do I have? I have 0. So I'll go up with Cramorant. I'll retreat the energy. I think that's the safe play. Yeah, because they're about to do a lot of things. So I need to be ready for this. So they're going to full blitz. And yeah, it's crazy. 3 Centistorch VMAX decks and 0 Eternatus VMAX made it up against this deck. So... Centistorch VMAX. If you saw my previous video, I really like Centistorch VMAX. It's going to be really good for a very long time. They might have a Tag Bolt cooking up. So I think I just go up with that. I think I do some things. Okay, so there's a Flint. I think I have to do this now. I mean, to win this game, all I have to do is not a lot. As crazy as that is. Like, if I just get Welder here, I knock out a Pikarom. Yeah, Pikarom's gone. Like, that's how crazy this deck is. Okay, so I don't need to get rid of the energy on there, but it's like, what am I going to want to Spit Shot? Not really anything. So I am worried about a Tag Bolt. I'm not able to bump the stadium, so a Tag Bolt would be really bad. I need 5 energy to knock this thing out. I mean, the 160, does the 160 really matter? I don't think it does. So I think I just use it as like my pivot card. Okay, so I will, hang on, how many do I have in there? I have 3 in there. I think I Energy Retrieval. Oh, this is tough. I think I have to attach. I think attaching is the smart move, and then I Fireball Circus 5 away, knock this thing out. And then I'm just a Pikarom knockout away from winning. And I have my Ordinary Rod, which is great. And I have Welder. So I have game as long as they don't... Okay, well, I literally have game in my hand. Even if they Tag Bolt both Blacephalon, I still... Do I win? Just like an Ordinary Rod with Oricorio. Yes, I think I still have it. So I think no matter what they do, as long as I don't disrupt my hand, I just have game in my hand. Because... They knocked out Blacephalon Oricorio. I have this one. I can Retrieval and Flint and Ordinary Rod and do a bunch of things. So I think I have it as long as I don't disrupt my hand. And I think they're just going to prepare for a Tapu Koko, Switch, Tag Bolt. So it's going to be interesting to see what they choose here. Because going for both Blacephalon would seem to be the smart move, because that gets rid of my attackers, but I don't know. What do you think Awesomeness is going to choose? I say Blacephalon Oricorio. That would be my bet, is they're going for Blacephalon Oricorio, which they can't knock out Cramorant. Dedenne, why would you knock out Dedenne instead of Oricorio? And they went with the Blacephalon. Okay, well they're in for a rude awakening here. Okay, so I don't want to take a chance that I prize the Blacephalon. Okay, so there's Zacian, so I will put them back in. Okay, so I will do both. I think I'll put 2 just in case like something terrible happens here. Okay, so I will go get, I need to hold on to the Zacian just in case, again, just in case something terrible happens. Grab Blacephalon. I guess I should, yeah, I'll just get the retrievals. Yeah, I think there's no way I whiff it at this point. Because I still have more Oricorio, I have Welder. There's just no way I whiff it, right? And I think Welder first is the right call. Okay, well there is a way I whiff it. Sure. Oh, right. Okay, I got all my energy. Whoops, my bad. Okay, so let's see. Do I get a crystal or something? I got Crystal Heat Factory. So at the moment, I am 1 energy short, and this is why So I need a crystal or an energy retrieval, and it's game, and that is game. That was a bit stressful, but I got it. And again, you're seeing the power of this deck. It is just insane. You know, any single prize deck that can knock out any 3 prizer in one shot is just it's always gonna be good in the format. You know, there's just no way of saying otherwise. You know, Baby Blacephalon is gonna be good post rotation, even though it's losing things like Heat Factory. It just might be a little bit slower. But even with those losses, it's still gonna be something that can compete with the top decks. So let's go to game 3 and see what happens. Alright, so I know in the title I said that this is the best deck from Darkness Ablaze, but you know, the best deck from the Ultra Prism to Darkness Ablaze format probably won't be determined until next weekend with the Atlas Championships. And let's see, hopefully they choose to go first and let me go second. They do. That is a mistake, unless I have a terrible hand. But yeah, the Atlas Championships are on the 22nd and 23rd, and that will likely determine the absolute best deck in the pre-rotation format. But since it's happening so close to rotation, well, this is going to be an interesting start. But since it's happening so close to rotation, it just makes sense to do this video now, just because if I upload a video on, what, the 25th with the winning deck, oh, I can just use Blazer. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, if I upload a deck on the 25th or something, then you have 3 days to play it before rotation hits, and then you can only use that deck in Expanded most likely. You know, it's possible a deck with pretty much only post-rotation cards wins, but it's unlikely. You know, there would be probably something pre-rotation in there. Okay, so there's Cramorant. So what's more important, Heat Factory, or I can just Cramorant into some things, but I'm facing off against a single prize deck. So it's single prize versus single prize. Baby Blacephalon is not meant to deal with this. And yeah, I think they might have, if this buffs out for me, they might have made a huge mistake putting that damage on the Spiritomb. And, well, I mean, I can still, if I get like a Fiery Flint or something. There's a Quick Ball. What does Quick Ball get me? I mean, I can Dedenne. Because what do I need this stuff for if I just Dedenne, but that would put a big target on the field. You know what? Let's put a big target on the field. Why not? I will quick ball the Ultra Space. I'll go get Dedenne because I literally just need 1 energy and I'm taking this knockout. And so I think it's worth the risk. You know, I think it's worth the risk of doing it this way instead of the risk of going with Blazer. And I think Jirachi... I don't need Jirachi, sorry. And that was really close. Okay, so I will Fireball Circus, get rid of the 1 energy, and they made a mistake building some spite on that thing, and now they only have a Baby Blacephalon, or a Baby Buzzwole, on the turn that they don't want to have a Baby Buzzwole. Okay, so they didn't do anything. So yeah, that was weird. They just did nothing for a turn, the clock ran out, and then they passed it to me. So let's go to game 4 and see what happens. Alright, win, lose, or draw. This is going to be the final game, and you're going to see it. It's not going to be deleted for any reason. Even if I have a Dedenne start and just the rest is energy, you're seeing this game no matter what. And they're probably playing, I say Charizard VMAX. Yeah, they're going second, they're playing a Welder deck. I think I mean, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to quick ball for a Jirachi. So if I could, I mean, I don't really care what I top deck. Oh, there's a Vulpix. Okay, so I think, I mean, what's the difference here if I get rid of the energy? Don't really think it matters. Okay, so I will switch. They're playing the Ninetales, so that could be unfortunate. And there's Scoop Up Net, Welder, Energy Retrieval. Actually, I think I go for the Scoop Up Net because then I can do what I just did. So I put the, Scoop up the Jirachi, put the Escape Board on the Cramorant, or do I just wait? Because if I wait, I think I wait. You know, I'm going to be patient. They started a Vulpix. I think the Cramorant is safe. I don't think anything bad is ever going to happen to that Cramorant. I mean, look at that face. Why would you ever want to do anything to that Cramorant? And that Hearth is amazing. They Pokegeared for nothing. They put a Hearth down. And now I'm going to find out if they're playing Charizard, or if they're playing Centiskorch, or if they're just playing a Toolbox deck, or whatever they have. But that Hearth helps me more than they could possibly know. It might put them in a game-losing scenario if they put the wrong Pokemon in the active, or I can just knock out that Dedenne if they can't deal with my Cramorant. So this is an instance where Crobat V would be better, because Spit Shot does 160, Crobat V has 180. So I can just Spit Shot the Dedenne, take 2 easy prizes, and it's Charizard VMAX, so I'm not worried about that at all. They have the Volcanion, so they want that in the active as soon as possible. They might have to go get Crobat or something, because this Volcanion is extremely important. And while they're doing that, I'll just mention part of the reason why I'm doing this instead of something brand new is that I've been testing Butterfree V. Really? Just wanted to get a fun game in. You know what, let's play one more. One more game to go. Let's do it. Come on, Cramorant, let's do it. Boss Floss. Okay, so I guess that just goes to show you, you know, the power of Baby Blacephalon. If you stumble for one turn and you have a 3-prize deck, it can just be so tough to beat this. And here we go. This is the absolute final game. I am not playing another one after this. This is a sign. You know, I know the video is going to be like 15 minutes long, but that's because the wins were really quick. And hey, they're playing the Tapu Fini to deal with me. So that's actually really bad. So this, not only do I have a bad start, but this happens. So yes, this is PTCGO telling me that I should, you know, I've got enough wins today. I've probably won about 10 games with this deck and lost about 2 or 3. So this is PTCGO giving me a sign. And yeah, I've been testing Butterfree VMAX a lot because Netball is rotating, but the card is just so bad. Okay. Well, there's Oricorio. I think I want them to have to do some things they don't want to do. So I'll get rid of that, and that. And I'll just thin everything out. And I think I will just attach the Fire Energy and pass. Hopefully they don't bosses my Oricorio. But yeah, Butterfree VMAX is not good. It only does 150 base, and then it confuses and poisons, but everyone is using Switch and Scoop Up Net and Air Balloon and Mallow and Lana and Bird Keeper. Oh, it's the combo deck. Because Jirachi Prism Star, I think it's from Celestial Storm, so that is rotating. So is Friend Ball. You're gonna miss your Friend Ball. So you will not see this deck in Standard ever again, unless they reprint something crazy. But getting back to Butterfree VMAX, 150, Confusion Poison. I've been playing it with Parasect. It does not work. I'm sure I'll still build a video for it because it doesn't get better post-rotation. It gets quite a bit worse post-rotation. So now is the time for me to build the deck and play it. And same with Scizor VMAX. What I've noticed with Scizor VMAX is that it's just the worst Copperage of VMAX. Scizor VMAX maxes out at 190 damage. Copperage of VMAX basically starts at 200. You know, its first attack does 200, I think, if it's a basic, and then 240. With Scizor VMAX, you do, 90, and you take 30 less, or you can do 190. It's just, it's a worse Copperage of VMAX. I don't know why you'd want to play Scizor VMAX over Copperage of VMAX. It's just unfortunate that they didn't make Scizor VMAX slightly better. You know, just give it an ability, give it something to make it really good. But they didn't do that. And my opponent is doing a lot of stuff. You know, they're playing their deck optimally while I am just sitting here with a Dedenne and an Oricorio. You know, when you're playing in a tournament, this is a nightmare scenario, but when you're just playing on PTCGO, it's totally fine. You know, I think if I don't top deck anything, it's just pretty much game over because they'll get the... Oh, I think that's what they were going for. No, they use research. That's fine. So it would actually be a really good thing if they just knocked out my Dedenne this turn. Nope, okay. So the Oricorio is going down next turn. So I need something right now. That is definitely something. I mean, if this Burst GX works, then craziness is about to ensue. Ah, oh, man. You almost did it for me, Blacephalon GX. If I could have just bursted into an energy, it just would have made my life so much easier, but now they have the Tapu Fini. There goes my Blacephalon GX. Yeah, this is horrible. I don't think there's any way I come back from this. And this is sometimes what happens with Baby Blacephalon is when you only play 3 Baby Blacephalon, I think there's only 3 Jirachi, you know, you don't play the maximum 4, then you might start your 1-ofs and you don't want to see your 1-ofs. But I think over the course of, if you played like 100 games with this deck, you'd win 70 to 80 games. But not when your opponent's playing the Tapu Fini. Alright, so this Oricorio is going to be what wins or loses me the game. And yeah, they got the Jirachi. They're probably going to be able to do that again. Because I don't think they've used any Scoop Up Net. Okay, they've used 1. But I'm on the clock. I got to do it right now. Dance a Tribute. Okay, well, I know they have bosses, they can do that, so there's literally nothing I can do. They're just going to take a knockout, and then I am way too far behind. Well, hang on. Okay, so they take a knockout with that, they're down to 1 prize, and then, yeah, there's literally no way I can come back, so I'll just stop the video right there. I hear you loud and clear, PTCGO. And did they have anything else? Okay, so they didn't have any new cards there. Oh, they had a Crobat. Okay, so it is updated slightly for the new format, but I mean, it didn't really need anything new. So I will end the video there. My next deck video will be ADP Zacian updated with, I think, just one Darkness Ablaze card. It's the version that appeared in the tournament as well that finished in 2nd place. So I'll be doing that video next, and I'll leave a link in the description to the list, and I'll put the actual list in the description. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.